Welcome, 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 Blood Bowl coaches. I am Ivan Mike here to recap Week 2 of REL Divisions 1 through 3, Season 6. With me, as always, my co-host Saace. How's it going, Saace?
Hey.
And our guest host, Luminouslight, reigning champion, coach of the Pastry Pest. How's it going, Lumi?
Well, it's going pretty good.
Cool. So, should we get this party started? Take a look at Div 3.
Yeah.
Cool.
Any big games here? Mainland Rotter. Which was the one that we both bet on different sides? Was it Brazers versus Live Tree or Die Hard?
I think it was. So neither of us
And
knew that.
you said Brazers and I said Live Tree or Die Hard?
I think so, yeah.
I don't
It
know.
was a tie.
It was a tie. No death.
Couple injuries.
Casualties. 4 casualties sustained on Live Tree or Die Hard. Apparently they just... Wait, no. That's Week 3.
No. Well, there's one for week 3. That's Berserkers and Live Tree Die Hard.
Yeah.
They're so close in names.
Yeah, I did the same thing earlier today in the Discord chat. So hard to see.
It'll be funny when they both play each other.
Yeah. Hard to say because it looks like they took some injuries against the Dwarves. It's hard to say if they took any against the Orcs. But
That's
But in any case, neither of us won that bet because it was a tie.
yeah. We're on week 2 here, right? Everybody gets so far ahead.
Yeah, Week 2. Yeah, Div 3 is just one game played so far. Anything else interesting here?
Not an anime sports team losing to Snovgard. That's interesting.
Yeah, that's pretty big. Snovgard was fairly undeveloped, as I recall. Or am I thinking of?
I mean, they're not-
They're
the
a
other
chaos team.
Yeah,
They're a pretty low developed chaos team.
two. And I think there was something we need to look at for not an anime sports team. But let's take a look at Snovgard first.
Yeah, non-anime sports team. Obviously, they were in the playoffs last season. They lost to Sandune in the first round.
Yeah.
So
yeah. Look,
they have a lot of dodge.
pieces.
I don't think Snovgard has much tackle.
One tackle piece.
Has no
but
tackle.
I don't
Well,
know
one
if
tackle.
I don't know if
One
they picked
tackle.
it up after the game or had it before.
Yeah, I might have picked it up after the game, but only one tackle at
Yeah.
most. So
Looks like they got just a miss next game on that Dodge Warrior. Yeah. But then, if this is what I'm thinking of, not an MA sports team picked up. No, it's another elf team. Ooh, caught a couple of injuries here. What are we looking at? Strength 4. Miss next game. Catcher is miss next game. So nothing permanent, unless. Go back to the schedule.
I don't think anything was permanent because everyone has TV, so
Yeah,
there's no one that could have been replaced.
Yep. Okay, so who was it that... I'm trying to remember. There is some really gross-looking elf around here somewhere. I'm trying to remember what... Oh, it was not FDA approved, I think. Yeah, if we go looking at not FDA approved...
He had like a strength 5 blitzer, didn't he? Yeah,
Strength
mighty
5,
blow,
Mighty
strength
Blow,
5.
Blodge, Blitzer. Basically a big guy on a high elf team. With agility for Blodge and Mighty Blow.
250k.
Yeah.
So
Worth it though. for an agility 4, strength 5 piece with 7
with
movement.
blodge, yeah, he's gonna be hard to knock down even with the blodge, yeah.
Yeah.
You could get frenzy and make him like a really good surfer, like even strength 4, you'd be scared on the sideline.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, frenzy, yeah, but tackle.
I mean,
just make
you're not
him
gonna frenzy trap yourself on strength 5 that often.
No, but you can also take tackle and just make him a blitzer that never needs an assist, even on lizard men.
True.
You know,
I just
To
think
deal
the
with
sideline
people
threat
like,
is good, and the sideline
Oh.
threat, yeah, it's great
I-
on plus strength. Yeah,
I
with
agree.
frenzy.
My plus strength beastman's going straight to frenzy and block.
So that's gross. How did they actually do this week though? So they lost to Lich's Boneheads.
That's
Ooh,
that's
14 armor
a tough
breaks to
matchup.
0.
Yeah, that's why Lich is just bashy.
Yeah. 5 casualties, 5 KO sustained. By
I
the
didn't
elves.
even break armor once.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Double.
Not
Even
even a
with
stun.
Mighty Blow, yeah.
Yeah, double the successful blocks. Yeah, that's these stats tell the whole story here, really. Although the elves did look like they had more possession of the ball than the boneheads did, but doesn't matter if you get 5K, sustain 5 KOs and 5 casualties. You need actual elves on the pitch to score and to keep the opponent from scoring. So. I did have a clip, if we want to take a look at it. Someone pointed out to me, and all the clips this week, except for Div 1, I have a clip from each divisional, or from tips from people who pointed them out to me. So if you see anything weird that you think should be highlighted, let me know. But right now, let's take a look. The Fruity Kisses versus Scholarly Gentlemen game, turn 16. Fruity Kisses are up 2-0 at this point, and if you guys have got it queued up, I'm going to count it down. 3.
Ready?
Roll the
Yep.
clip.
2.
You gotta say roll the clip, Mike.
Well, I'm going to count it down and say play. That way we don't play at the same time. 3,
Nah, just say roll
2,
the clip.
1.
Sounds better.
Play. Is it playing? Oh yeah, there we go. So, the only player that he has in scoring position is, of course,
Grashnak.
Grashnak Blackhoof. So this is obviously not going to score him any SPP, but look at this. Oh. Touchdown on the star player minute.
I mean,
purely
doesn't win you the
symbolic.
game either.
Doesn't get him the
You do it
game
'cause you
or
can
the
do it.
tie. Doesn't get him any SPP.
It gets
But
him
look
one
at that.
SPP.
Oh, I guess the catch does. Yeah, that's true. The pass, the completed pass, but yeah. Fairly impressive little end there. Although then I think it wanted to a riot, so there were a couple more turns to the game. But yeah, someone pointed that out. It's a pretty wacky play, so I figured I'd highlight it. If you guys have more interesting things that you see in the game, let us know, and we'll put clips in there. It's a short one this week. Anything else we want to look at in
Well, let's look at week 3 games.
week 3 coming up?
See what's coming up here. Fruity Kisses versus Leafy Mustard. Could be interesting. Zoot doing really well, top of the Div 3 this season with his lizards. Beat the Lizard Mirror matchup last week.
Yeah.
Comes into Fruity Kisses, which he should be getting some inducements.
Versus
18, so
1870. So that's 190.
So this will be a big challenge for him. I don't think he has a lot of tackle, anything to deal with elves. But if he keeps up the way he's been playing, maybe he can keep his record growing.
Let's take a look. Which Leafy Mustard? Yeah, I mean the diving tackle might help. The strengths and the might help. He does have one tackle piece.
The plus movement skink, I think, is new.
Maybe?
Let's see here. 8 matches.
Bloodleaf got anything in the last
I don't-
match? He got
Is
3
that a
SPP.
pickup from? He has 8 matches. I don't remember that being one of his.
He
themes.
leveled up before this game. 'Cause, yeah.
Doesn't seem mustard themed or beer themed.
He got
But is it
Leaf-
an auto-generated
Leaf
name?
No, all the auto-generated names are stupid.
Yeah, no, they're all like unpronounceable fake
Aztec names.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. I'll have to ask him. Let me. Actually, no.
No, he must have had it before, because he only picked up 3 SPP in the last game, and the one that he purchased off the market is the Agility 5-piece, so... so we must have just be forgetting what we were looking at last time.
I swear. Maybe I just didn't notice it because it didn't have any stats on it.
Yeah.
But only 1 tackle. But the Mighty Blow on it, which is nice. That's how you want it with elves, is your Mighty Blow to have tackle.
Yeah, and he's got a Blodge Step diving tackle, which might come in handy. Hard to get rid of that.
Any other games you're interested in week 3?
Let's take a look. Week 3.
I think
The Rotters versus the Boneheads might be interesting.
I think that's going to be a pretty basic, bashy game.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to Brazers versus Stouticus's Wooden Stand-ins.
Yeah, stand-ins have gotten the crap beaten out of them. So there's, if we take a look at them, was trying to get an answer from Stouticus for the if he wanted Samuel L. Jackson included in the In Memoriam montage, because I wasn't sure if he was going to be fired or not, but he's now a movement 6, and he's missing the next game. It's 2 movement buffs on a War Dancer. He's a fairly developed War Dancer than that, but movement 6 on a Wood Elf team is...
At least he can't go any lower.
I think I would keep a single movement busted War Dancer. I don't know about a double move busted War Dancer. He's still pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean,
It's a
he's
lineman
still...
with a lot of skills.
Yeah, he's still got the strip ball and the tackle. No, I mean, even the Wood Elf linemen are faster than he is. So...
Yeah.
So I just got word from Zoot. Bloodleaf was one of his. He's thinking about making himself a one-turner, and then he's talking about firing Spunkmeyer as soon as he gets another diving tackle.
Well, then I can start using the Spunkmeyer name again.
There you go.
Although, I've got no shortage of names that a bunch of skinks I have to replace after my week 3 match, but we'll talk about that next week, I guess. Did not go well. But yeah. So
Stouticus is a good coach, but I'm worried about him having to face Brazers without a tree and only one War Dancer.
Yeah, how much is he going to get in inducement? That's a
He's gonna have 5. He's gonna have 5 loner linemen.
5. That's
So
350. Plus the 1440 versus Brothers is 16. What did I say?
Brothers is 1670.
1440. So 230 in inducements, unless Brothers is getting any. No,
Yeah, that's not a lot.
Roster. No, it's not a huge amount. And yeah, five loners is it's a lot of loners. He doesn't have. I mean, he's got agility piece. He's got the extra movement War Dancer. He's got the extra movement catcher. Elves can always elf, but it's gonna be a rough match. But then again, he was in basically the same situation going into round 1 of the playoffs, so that ended up working out really well for him. So I don't think we can count him out, but yeah, it's going to be a rough match.
All right, you ready for Div 2?
Yeah, let's go check out Div 2.
Week 2 games. Eat Man Thing. 2-0 and Rats in the beat up rat category.
Yeah.
White Mane Ravagers with 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, High Elves probably doing a lot of passes.
Elf's gonna elf.
4 passes, 4 touchdowns.
I know Sent Up by the Curb was one of the rookies that came up, right?
Yeah. Let's see here. 28 blocks succeeded against 37, and then 6 to 11 armor. I think probably about. Oh, I don't know.
Another 0-0 in this division too.
Lots of SPP earned for both teams here. Let's see. Of course, 2 to 4. It's going to be a lot of SPP.
Yeah, that's really nice for a chaos team when you can get SPP like that.
Yeah.
MVP going to a niggled rookie though isn't great.
No. What was the? There was one match that I saw part of that was kind of nuts. That was all. The first half was like all KOs for one side, and the second half was all KOs for the other. There were no ties. The Tadpole versus Steve? It must have been. Yeah. I think it was Tadpole versus Steve. Let's take a look at the stats here.
Yeah, there was 14 KOs in that game.
Yeah, 14 KOs. And
Total.
3 casualties. Yeah, the first half, almost all of the Lizards were off the pitch. Coach of Steve, who is the coach of Steve?
Yayo, I think?
Yeah.
Yayo.
Made a bit of a misclick. He tried to secure the ball carrier in a cage near the end zone, and the passing took him into the end zone with the ball. So he scored a turn earlier than he expected, and then the lizards took advantage of it and ended up with some crazy nonsense, which I probably should have taken a clip of that, but the clip that I did get was in, because Cheese wouldn't stop whining
Cheese
about
versus,
it. Yeah.
Oh, I mean, like everything Cheese does?
Yeah, he's been salty about it all week, so let's take a look. That was a 0-0 game. It was very close to being a game for Cheese, but we have a sort of crazy cage dive play.
Got a lot of casualties on the lizards. You got 6.
Yeah, lizards were down a lot of players. I think one dead skink, another skink that was plus movement ended up taking a minus movement and getting fired. And I think I missed next game on one of the Saace. Let's take a look at that.
It looks like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on an already niggled Saace.
Yeah. So if I'm going to take a look at the clip. Play it 3, 2, 1, play. So yeah.
Don't you say roll the clip?
Right at the. I'm rolling the clip. All right. So this is a 6+, but actually 5+ dodge with break tackle into a double red dice, which are both POWs. Knocks him into the sideline. Ball goes out. Ball scatters. 3 different throw-ins and ends in all the way down at the end of the pitch. Or in the middle of the pitch, rather. Still not impossible at this point for the Orcs to take it back, but they don't. Spoiler alert, they don't actually.
The only thing that could have made that better is if the Saace caught it on that bouncing.
Well, it was bounced off the Orc, but yeah.
Yeah. Close to bouncing off the Saace. Could have had the dream.
Yeah, then blitzes. Oh, I guess he already used the blitz, so but he could have knocked it.
Well, at least there's some excitement in a 0-0 game.
Yeah, it was close to being a win for Cheese, but didn't happen. Couldn't manage to get the ball back up the pitch in the turn they had left, so ended up being a tie. What are we? Anything else here we want to look at? Let's see. Hail Scale versus Howl at the Moon. 0-2.
Oh, the Moon Pale Scales?
Yeah,
Pale
so that's
Scales.
Rumble and Jimmy Jam.
Yeah.
Pale Scales does so well. I'm always impressed with Pale Scales. Ever since their last season where they didn't have a lot of development and they just kept racking up wins and then went on to play in playoffs, like...
Yeah, and it's just in the half the playoff and a couple of matches since then, it's picked up a huge amount of development on those Saace.
He just leveled up another Saace in this game too with the MVP.
Let's take a look. Pale Scales.
Lokovica. Got guard.
No, he had guard last week.
No.
Unless he had played already.
Unless he had already
played the game when we did our recap last week. When I remember.
My question is, Rumble got beat up by Pale Scales, which, you know, Pale Scales is doing so well, that's to be expected. But Rumble still doesn't have the money to pick up another Flesh Golem. He's going into week 3 with 1 Flesh Golem still.
Oh, with that Flesh Golem that died in week 1, he still can't replace it yet.
Yep.
No. Ooh, just rough winning throws, I guess. Yeah. That's a bummer. So yeah, do we want to take a look at anything else from week 2 we want to look at, or we want to take a look ahead at week 3? Hello?
Let's look at games week 3, see what we're looking at. Things to see.
We've got a
Lizard matchup.
Yeah, Lizard Mirror match.
Pale Scales going against Can't Catch Us. That's going to be a rough one for Spoonie. Spoonie's team has been taking a beating.
Can't Catch Us is the Nurgle team? Yeah.
Yes.
It seems to put all the rat teams on the bottom, so you have Rat Softy and Eat Man Things and all rats. There's 3 rat teams in Div 3, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to go with games to watch are going to be White Mane Ravagers versus Eat Man Things, especially after Eat Man Things 2-0'd All Rats. It'll be a real chance to shine for Whitemane, see if they can beat up some rats.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's what I'm looking for. That game. Hopefully, Rumble can pick up another Flesh Golem before it gets too far into the season.
Yeah. How is he doing for? How much do flesh golems cost? What are they, like 110 or something like that?
110 feels. I guess it could be around that much.
Yeah, they're 110. They're 110.
How lucky? Yeah, 110. He's got 6 fans factor. He's going up against. Who's he going up against? I've lost the name of the team already. What is this team called? Fuck.
Huh? Who are we looking at?
Howl at the Moon versus
The New Year Norse, one of the rookie
New
teams that
Year
came up.
Norse. Let's take a look at them. New Year, 1840. That's a high TV Norse team. 12 fan factor. So that's going to be. He's probably not going to get the fame bonus on his winnings. Jesus Christ, what is this guy's stats now? 21, 7, and 1. That will do it. 12 fan factor. Wow. Oof.
Yeah, the Ulfs are a bit underdeveloped, but
Yeah, but other than that, and there's some
Berserkers are pretty good.
Yeah, and there's some slightly strange skill choices that we talked about in the first in the preview episode, but he's making it work. I mean, he's got how's he doing actually so far in the season? Let's see, New Year's North, he's tied for first with 2 wins, so that's impressive. You know, this is someone's come up from the rookie league. You've got well, arguably a relatively bloaty team with some odd choices, but he is got an incredible record, and
He has the numbers
so
he
far
wants.
hasn't won. Yeah.
13 is pretty good. And he has plenty of cash, so let's say if this team takes beating, he can replace linemen or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, with that 1400, he can replace whatever he wants, as long as you know.
What's he doing in the leaderboard overall?
He's tied for first. He's
Oh, so that's a
It's a 3-way tie for first right now.
yeah.
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Pale Scales, Whitemane Ravagers, New Year Norse. It's good to see a rookie up there.
Yeah. He's
Rat's having a bit rougher time at the bottom in the middle of the pack.
Golgo not doing bad. 1 win, 1 tie.
Yeah.
So should we move on to Div 1, or is there anything else we want to talk about for Div 2? Sort of rushing through them, I feel like, but still early in the season, so it feels like there's not a whole
Yeah,
lot to
I imagine
speculate
there will be a lot of stuff that happens. I guess spacing it out, like it's gonna get spaced out a little bit. There's going to be points where a lot of stuff will happen, and there'll be games where it's not much will happen. I think this might be one of those weeks.
Yeah.
And we don't really know what the leader, like what the standings are going to be towards the end of the season. It could be very different than what it is now. But obviously, towards the end, that's when it really matters.
Yeah, it's a bit too early to really be looking at the leaderboard and saying, "Oh, they're doing well," because a couple of 2 games and everyone could be swapping positions. So, but yeah, a couple of teams to win the board here. So
It's always nice to start your season with some wins.
I wouldn't know.
But yeah, you're gonna move on to Div 1.
Let's move on to Div 1.
Week 2. Gloom and Zoom. 3-2 Pastry Pest.
Yeah,
That was a big upset.
Yeah, it was a
Rematch
rough
from
game.
playoffs.
Yeah, the difference was that I didn't have a bench for this game, and that clearly made the difference.
He did
Yeah.
beat up on your pieces. Was it a niggle on Sprinkled Halva?
Yeah, it was a niggle on Sprinkled Halva, and then Meringue died.
Just what
Yeah.
we need before you play me.
Well, you have sure hands, right?
No.
Oh no? Oh well.
No,
darn.
I've been greedy and got 2 heads.
So is Sprinkled Halva retiring, or are you keeping him around?
Sprinkled Halva.
I'm not gonna have enough money to replace him, so.
That's true. Yeah.
Did you
I'm probably gonna
replace
keep him for a
Meringue
while.
with a rookie?
I want to start getting a bench.
Did you replace Meringue
Yeah.
with another rookie gutter runner?
Yeah, I did.
Cherry Jubilee. So.
And then Bad Guys Inc., Men in Tights, another draw on the elves for poor Trunkhead. Trunkhead's having a season of draws.
Yeah, and draws aren't that much better than losses, so.
No.
I
And
mean,
I have a
yeah.
clip from the USS Sulaco booth cruise. Got to see some elf bullshit, but from dwarves in the rain. So
oh, yeah.
yeah.
That.
So I'm gonna hit 3, 2, 1, play. So yeah, I managed to knock the ball loose, get a tackle zone on it. Could not roll enough pows to get my Source free to do anything. He's got so much not break tackle, stand firm on here. So here's a pickup. Fails the GFI, uses the reroll just to get his agility 4 thrower to the ball. Makes this, picks it up, throws it in a tackle zone, catches it in the rain.
Yeah. It's funny because that minus movement has hurt him so much this season so far. He's failed so many GFIs on that
So if we
minus
look at
movement.
here, it's it was a 4+ pickup, a 5+ pass, and a 4+ catch, all without the use of the reroll. Not a problem. So my turn. I get a French tail on him. Try and get another piece on him, but just can't get anyone free because of. And then 4+ dodge. Does have a reroll for this turn, and the 2+.
That happened to me my very first season of REBBL
That's good.
against what was the dwarf team?
In the rain.
Was it
Dwarves in the
Alpha
rain.
Sigma Sigma, or was it the
No,
other one?
It was the
It
other
was
one.
Dizarino. That
yes.
was the coach. I don't remember the name of the team though.
It was something about an actor. Either way, he went in to pull some passes and take the game away from me with some long bombs like that. So rough few weeks for you, Mike.
It's not been going well. And the casualties have been stacking up too. So it's a bit of a replay from season 4 so far. Yeah. I got a pretty rough first couple of weeks just in terms of the schedule. So hopefully I'll still have a team by the time I get to the less bashy matchups. But it was Chaos, Dwarves, Scary Humans, Dwarves, and then Norse for me for the first 5 weeks. Yeah, hopefully there'll be something of Team Sulaco left when we get through it. But
Necronomics showing.
it's nothing new. This is the meat grinder. That's what they didn't earn that nickname by accident. So
Necronomics 3-1 the Handsome Jacks,
yeah,
which is showing Cricket's commanding grasp of the game.
yeah. Cricket starting out with a solid lead, 2 wins. I think he's the only one in the division to have gotten 2 wins so far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's not against easy opponents either.
No.
Lumen Zoom is a great team, and he 2-0'd them. Handsome Jacks has got stat ups to spare and 3-1 them.
Yeah.
The Shiners pull out another draw with a 0-0 to Yeti to Party.
Yeah, that's a boring looking match. 2 AV7 teams, no scores, no dead. Great. That's Snorefest.
Yeah.
We want the
The
blood.
Shiners looked like they outbashed Yeti to Party pretty much.
They only got 10 armor breaks to 13, but that turned into...
Yeah, they got more casualties.
Yeah, 4
and
injuries
Yeti to Party
inflicted.
sustained more casualties.
I 1-9'd my draw with Treat Kundo
After
Yeah.
the lightning bolt, yeah.
after the lightning bolt. And Mistays went against Refrigerator Raiders, who is the more healthy dwarf team at this point, was the lower TV dwarf team. Then after Lumi beat up, is it the Booze Cruise was Raw Dogs?
No. Refrigerator
No.
Raiders.
It's the other way around.
Yeah, Refrigerator
so
Raiders was the team that
he played.
that took all those casualties in week 1. So.
He played the beat up team then. All right.
Yeah, and lost
And tied.
a knight in the process too.
Was it Carl's?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think so.
We'll see it
he
in
lost.
the death montage, but yeah.
He lost. Yeah, I think he lost Carl's, and then I think he bought him back, the third or the fourth, and I think Carl's just died again in his game tonight
think he
against.
just lost in the trunk. Yeah. But spoilers for week 3. But yeah, it's been a pretty bloody start to the season. It's not.
I think we're up to. Well, just counting week 2, we're up to 12 deaths in row 1.
That's not a
Something like
surprise.
that. Yeah, I mean it was about half. I think it was 8 last week and 4 this week, but it's so it's not quite as many as it was the first week, but it's still pretty bloody.
Want to look at week 3 matchups?
Yeah, let's take a look.
As is row 1 style, just rolled over. Most of the games getting done.
Yeah, well, I had to play early because I'm going to be out of town for a while. So.
And then Lumi and I are playing after this.
Oh yeah, like tonight?
Yep.
Ooh,
Let's finish here.
Cool.
Hopefully I can use this time to trim down Lumi again, but he's going to get pretty hefty inducements.
Only 370k, so.
Well, I mean, if you pick up a star player, you'll have a bench at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Glart can stand in for Halva.
Napoleon.
Yeah.
True. 4-man's Halva.
Yeah. Let's see here. Booze Cruise, Refrigerator Raiders. Both dwarves who moved up facing off against each other.
Yeah, Dwarf.
They played last season too. Who won their last season game?
Oh, that's a good question. Let's take a look. We can check the history on the teams.
Oh, which teams?
Refrigerator Raiders and
Dwarf.
Booze Cruise. They were both Div 2 last season, and they played each other.
Looks like the Raiders took it 1-0.
Yeah. So maybe after a little bit of Div 1ing, they can switch it around or have another good game.
Looks like 3 casualties sustained by the Raiders, although they ended up winning it. So.
They're not too bad in inducements either.
Yeah, the Raiders still have that Strength 2 catcher on their roster. I don't know if that's gonna be dropped.
He's got to get rid of that.
I assume he would, but he's still here for some reason. But yeah.
It's not like an elf
That's
or
my
something where
doing.
they have. Yeah, it's not like an elf or something where they have like a bunch of agi and they can still do the catching job. No, he's just a bad dwarf.
Yeah.
So,
If he'd maybe been somebody with put a bunch of passing skills on him or something, and had
Passing skills plus agility, dump off maybe. Maybe think about it, but
yeah,
no,
but
no.
the only irregular skill he has is dodge, and he doesn't really have enough ball handling skills to make him particularly useful in that regard. So there's no reason to mess around with strength 2.
any games you guys excited for this coming week?
Let's take a look.
I kind of want to see Gloom and Zoom beat up the Shiners with their 2 strength 4 wolves. Though I think one's
Knowing
out,
those
isn't
dice,
he?
that game is just going to go his way, though. Fiction has gotten... Well, he got great injury dice against me, but... I think the Shiners will get a decent amount of inducements, so he could play it that way.
1790 versus...
Let's see, 1500. He has full 11, so he has no loners now. He's going to get 290 in inducements.
It's not huge.
Juggernaut and Grab. It's not.
Are the Did you say the Shiners are back to 11 players?
Yeah.
Oh, let's take a look at that. Left out all there.
But only 11, and no cash. So if anything were to happen,
Yeah.
they'd be going through that vicious cycle again.
If they pick up a star player, they'll have some bench. Let's see what he ends up taking.
I mean, there's not a lot of tackle. I guess you could take one of the gutters. Skitter. Skitter's probably not going to be incredibly useful. Hackflim could not be bad. But he's already got like a big hand guy, so...
Yeah.
I think probably one of the most... maybe Tree Kundover's Necronomics? I mean, I just want to see Nose Dice get beat up on. I don't know how interesting that game's going to be.
Yeah, if either one
mean-
of them can do some trimming of players, that should be interesting.
Treekundo has.
And I've got
Six
the
players.
Raiders. I've got the Raiders next week on week 4. So if the Booth Gurus can take out some more Dwarves from the Raiders, it'd certainly be doing me a favor.
Yeah, the Raiders are already pretty beat up, though.
Yeah, I worry for
the first game.
Treekundo. He's going up against one of the top coaches in REL 1 right now, with a Claw Palm.
Well, Claw's not going.
Oh no, the Claw Palm's out.
Not that the
claw
claw is
palm-
going to be that useful, but
No,
Yeah,
but
just against
still,
the tree.
tackle mighty below. Tackle mighty
and the
below piling
tackle
on.
is the big thing. Yeah.
Yeah, he's missed next game, so that's a big break for Zwark. I mean, it's still a really tough team to go up against with a ton of loners and very little left.
1480.
It's going to be
No,
5 loners.
So 350 again. So 1480. They're going to be exactly matched in TV.
Wow. So no inducements?
Nope.
Wow, that's
He's getting 5 lines.
Yeah, and Zwark has 5 loners and 1 rookie dancer, because I know one of his dancers fell. He just managed to replace him somewhat recently, if I remember.
Yeah, I think he died in week 1. So yeah, that's going to be a rough matchup.
The good thing is he just has dodge in every player other than his tree.
Yeah. Does the Necronomics have much in the way of tackle?
no. I think the mighty blow was their only tackle.
Yeah,
Yep.
so they're down their 1 tackle piece. So that could make a
In
big
dodge
difference.
we trust.
Yeah, I mean that's basically going to be the Wood Elf game plan there. Yeah, that should be an interesting matchup actually.
And guards stand firm. Not as useful when there's agi forward dodge everywhere and you have no tackle.
Yeah, on defense. On offense, it'd be good for cage corners, because those leaping dancers will have a tough time getting a hit on the ball carrier.
Yeah.
So that's my matchup of the week.
Yeah.
Necronomics
we'll
versus Zwark.
see if anyone can stop the runaway train. That is, I don't think that's a hyperbole. It's only 2 weeks in, but he's the only one with 2 wins so far after 2 weeks. So see if you can.
But anything can happen. I got like 6 straight wins last season, and I barely slipped in.
So yeah, that's Div 1. Anything else for next week? We've talked about most of them. I think you two should be an interesting match. What are we
I mean,
watching that? I think.
it's Lumi. Lumi's a better coach than I am. But at this point, as everybody's pointed out, my team's pretty much
It's fucking terrifying.
at the top. It's at top form right now. I have
I mean, you
3 tackle pieces.
stomped me into the ground, and
Usually beat me.
yeah. So,
But I lost out to elves. God, should have gotten the touchdown earlier.
I did
But-
manage to lose some of my skink bloat in week 3, but
By skink bloat, you mean most of your team?
yeah. Well,
I mean, Crow's
Crow.
Crow gonna get fired,
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think he's still.
Yeah, minus
Bishop's on the
armor,
roster,
yeah.
and
Um,
Bishop.
Oh, Bishop, yeah, definitely, yeah. Drake, I'm not so sure about. I mean, we're getting ahead of ourselves because this is the week 3 match. Drake,
Yeah.
I could replace this right now for this week, but I'm so Saurus.
A movement busted Saurus isn't the worst thing in the
Yeah,
world.
it's not the worst thing in the world, and he's got 5 SPP on him, and I'm so hurting for Saurus development that.
I wouldn't let him go. I
Yeah.
mean, he
The
doesn't
only
have break
thing is-
tackle.
Yeah, the only thing is, if I replace him this turn or for this week, then that's one more source that I have for the game against Dwarves, which is useful, and it's only costing me 20 TV really because it's going to be a loner skink in that place anyway, so it's 60 versus 80. So yeah, I don't know. I'll have to think about it. I'd probably keep him just because I've trimmed nearly 20 SPP worth of Saurus in the last 4 games. So this would be the second time Drake gets replaced since the the last game of my last game of playoffs. So.
Did you replace him again? Didn't you replace Drake when I killed him, or was that Hudson?
That was Hudson. Yeah. So Hudson had 5 SPP on him. Drake, previous Drake, had 14 SPP on him when Fiction killed him in the playoffs. And yeah, so losing another 5 SPP worth of Saurus development is doesn't make me happy, but
It's a rough life, my friend.
yeah, this is what happens to this team. You know, if I can manage to stay in Div, my goal at this point is just to stay in Div 1. Although I think there'll be so many rerolls with Legendary coming out.
You're not going with the great reroll, Mike?
If I'm still in Div 1, I'm staying with the team, unless it's completely decimated.
You're staying in Div 1. That kind of makes me want to stay with Div 1.
Eh.
Just to hunt down your Crocs.
I mean, yeah.
All right, that's a quick week 2 run through, boys.
Yeah. Should we take a look at the players?
The In Memoriam.
Yeah, the players who gave their all on the Blood Bowl pitch during week 2.
I feel like you need like cannon shots going off. We can Hunger Games this.
Yeah.
All right, let's see them.
All right. And we're back.
Pretty tame murder week 2.
Yeah, compared to we had like less than half, I think, of the bloodshed from week 1. But I think
I think I was pretty heavily highlighted in that week 1.
yeah, with those 3 dwarves. But yeah, I think everyone was pent up after such a long off season that they just let loose and let the blood flow. So, not that it wasn't a bloody week. Plenty of major players dying and in ridiculous ways. A couple of missed dodges. But yeah, so that's week 2. Any parting words, guys?
Make sure you're sending in your clips. Keeping Mike informed if somebody's going to get replaced due to a injury but not a straight death.
Yeah. So Stoutikis actually had like I said, the -2 movement now on that Ward Rancer, but I couldn't get in touch with him to find out if he was getting fired, so wasn't able to include him. But yeah, guys, let me know if you're having a key player take a career-ending injury, because the only way I'm gonna include it is if you let me know, or if I happen to see it, which is just a random chance.
My other note is hopefully Lumi doesn't say anything too mean to me on stream, because he seems to be destroying Coach Lumi. We need to talk about your stream.
Was my last stream that bad, or?
Your last 2 streams have been entertaining. I love it. Just very very open with your opinions on coaches.
I
which
watched your-
worries
Well,
me.
it's not. I'm not attacking the person. I'm attacking the play that was there.
Yeah, I remember during I watched your cast of one of my playoff games. At one point, you just screamed, "He's throwing the match!" And I was like, oh, that made me feel real good.
He did the same in.
You did make some mistakes there that were
Oh
pretty
no, that I
bad.
did make some mistakes that match. I'm not gonna.
That's Lumini cast Soul, and he did the same thing. So
Yeah,
we shall see how it goes. Anyways,
but yeah,
great week 2.
Yeah,
I'm excited for week 3.
I'm not. Oh, no, well, I already did week 3. So.
Oh,
Yeah,
also,
I don't really have a whole lot to look forward to.
I do. I haven't lost anyone yet. Knock on wood.
Uh,
Herringzord put out the playoff brackets for this coming Super Bowl at the end of the season. Check it out. See where you want to slot in. You know, I think REL 1's got a pretty good block of games if you can get the bye week.
yeah.
Yeah.
Take us out, Mike.
Yeah. All right. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the pitch.